His lordship, the Duke, my lady.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly turn themselves to night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnity.
Go, Philostrate. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love, doing the injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation I come, with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man Demetrius hath my consent to marry my daughter. Stand forth, Lysander. My gracious Duke, this man has bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, has interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast, by moonlight, at her window sung, with feigning verse voices and feigning love, has stolen the impression of her fantasy. With cunning, hast thou filled my daughter's heart. Turn her obedience, which is new to me, to stubborn harshness. I beg the ancient privileges of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, whether it shall be with this gentleman or death. According to our law, immediately in this case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. But in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. Whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun, and to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to his sovereignty.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you? Marry him.
Scornful Lysander!
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed, my fortunes every way as ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius is, and, which is more than all these boasts can hope to be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nader's daughter Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. Come, Demetrius, and come, Aegeus. You shall go with me, for I've some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth.
If then the true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict of destiny, as due to love its thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow of an aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respect me hath her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. Therefore, if thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, in the wood, a league without the town, and the place where I did meet thee with Helena once to do an observance of a morn of May. There I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen in that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, my love. Oh, here come Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you thee fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Where favors so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue, sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time when lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we've devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet.
Helen, adieu. As you dote on him, Demetrius dotes on you.
Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, folding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with thy eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste, and therefore love is said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy in love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail did some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood he will tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have him sight and thither back again.
Is all our company met?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is a scroll of every man's name thought fit through all of Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince Say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, a very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready? Name the part I am for. I accept and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Oh, what is Pyramus? A lover? Or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, I will. Let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. Amphibious car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish face. Now, name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on.
What is this be? A wandering knight?
It is the lady who Pyramus must love.
Nay, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe. Pyramus, lover dear, my Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus, and Flute you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is simply roaring.
Ooh, let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
You must play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day. Most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will. But masters, here are your parts. And I am to request you, entreat you, and desire you that you con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There will we rehearse. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. Farewell, thou lobe of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she as her attendant hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child knight of his train to trace the forests wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the kern, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn? Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon, and I make him smile. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin, sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here? Come from the furthest steppe of India, but that, your bouncing Amazon, your busk-skinned mistress, your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the midsummer spring met me on hill or dale or forest, mead, fountain, rushy brook, or some margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls, thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked from the sea contagious fogs. The chiding autumn, angry winter, change their wanton liveries, and the mazed world by their increase knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents, and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy.
The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a vulturess of my order, but she being mortal of that boy did die. And for her sake I rear up the boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patient dance in our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, I will spare your haunts.
Give me the boy and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom! Fairies away! I will chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious sounds that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music. That very time, I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league. Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drip the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she, waking, looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or... But who comes here?
Surely
You
not!
draw me, you hard-hearted adamant.
Where's Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayest me. Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I, wood within this wood. Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather do I not in plainest truths tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that I do love you the more.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impede your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not.
Your virtue is my privilege. For that, it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I am not in the night.
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the heart I love so well.
Hast thou the herb?
Aye. There it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox lips and the nodding violet grows, quite o'er-canopied with the luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night. With the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes, make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it. Search through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affected with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me again ere the first cock crow. What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. When thou wakest, 'tis thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and truth be told, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Who is here? Weeds of Athens doth he wear. This is he, my master said. Despise the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Oh, pretty soul. She durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So, awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus!
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground.
Transparent Helena. Nature makes me see art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word for that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who will change a raven for a dove?
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? But bear you well. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should be of another therefore abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and yet never may Lysander come near. And all my powers, and all my might, to honor Helen and be her knight.
Help me! Oh, Lysander, help me! Quick, do thy best to keep that serpent from my breast.
Oh, I mean, for pity. Oh, what a dream was here. Oh, methought a serpent was eating at my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? Removed? Lysander! Lord! What? No sound? Out of hearing? Gone? No word? Alack! Where are you? Speak! And if you hear, speak of all loves, I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I will perceive you all nigh, either death or you. I will find you immediately.
Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayst thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
I believe we must leave the killing out when all's done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them all out of fear.
Well, we shall have such a prologue, and it'll be written in 8 and 6.
Oh, no. Make it 2 more. Let's say it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful, wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Well, therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were a pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are, and there indeed let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is Snug the Joider.
Well, it shall be so.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar! A calendar! Look in the almanac! Find out moonshine! Find out moonshine!
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Oh, why, then you may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye. Or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Oh, there's another thing. There's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through a chink of a wall.
Some man or woman or other must present wall, and let her have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about her to signify wall, and let her hold her fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into the break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here? And so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savours sweet.
Odors! Odors.
Odors, savours sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark! A voice! Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you? For you must understand, he comes but to see a noise he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile, and eke most lovely too, has truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninny's tomb, man! Why, you mustn't speak that part yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter, your cue is past. It is never tired.
If
I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monsters! Oh, strange, we are haunted! Pray! Fly, masters! Fly!
Why did you run away?
Ah!
This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Bless thee, bud! Bless thee! Thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear that I am not afraid. You silcock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill, the finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored with thy note, and so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither. If I had but wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood, desire not to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The sun still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me, and I will give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch you jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep, and I will purge thy mortal grossness so like canary spirit, go! Peas blossom, moth, cobweb, mustard seed.
Ready. Where should we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peas Cod, your father. Good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire you more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir?
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know thy patience well. That same cowardly giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you your kindred had made my eyes water ere now. I desire your acquaintance more, good Master Mustard Seed.
Methinks the moon looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue and bring him silently.
Now, spirit, what night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love! Oh, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread on Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play for great Theseus's nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented, in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed to his head, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass!
Oh, this falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with love juice, as I bid thee do?
Yeah, I took him sleeping. That is finished too.
Oh, stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not the man.
Why, you rebuke him that loves you so. Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I've been chid, but I should use thee worse, for thou and fear hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being over shoes and blood plunge in the deep and kill me too.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds. You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell. Well, there's no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, for which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender, here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? No. Thou hast mistaken. Quite. And laid this love juice on some true love sight. Of this misprison must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not some false turned true. About this grove, go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens, look thou find.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from Tartar's bow. Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth, bespoke by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Oh, Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Why should you think I should woo and scorn?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, O devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Would you give her over?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, and now you give her over.
Demetrius loves her. He loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine.
Oh, fight! Oh, hell! I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guestwise sojourned, and now to Helen is it home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it's not so.
Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Lysander! But why unkindly does thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, who would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more gilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could this not make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as I think, you cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I say, I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Oh, quick, come.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, I faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fine, fine, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? That way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath compared between our statures. How low am I? Thou painted maypole, speak! How low am I? I am not so low but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
Now follow if thou darest to try whose right thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you? Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. Nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook.
Fix it! I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared through field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Drawn and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Ground.
Yea, art thou there?
He goes before me, still dares me. When I come where he called, then he's gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I follow fast, but faster does he fly. Come, thou gentle day. For if thou once show me that gray light, I will find Demetrius and revenge his spite.
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every pace, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face.
Here,
Where art thou now?
drawn and ready. Where art thou?
Nay, then thou mockest me. Thou shalt bide this deer, if ever I thy face by daylight see.
Weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hour.
God forbid, sleep his seat on thy eyelid.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, and I will stick musk roses in thy smooth, sleek head, and kiss thy fair, large ears.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Ooh, where's Monsieur Moth?
Yeah, what do you want?
Nothing.
What do you want?
My bad. Oh, where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Oh, give me your niece, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray you leave your courtesy, good Monsieur.
What is your will?
Nothing, good Monsieur, but to help Cavalieri Cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's, Monsieur, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What, my sweet love? Wilt thou hear some music?
I have a reasonable ear of music. Let's have the tongs and the bone.
Say, sweet love, what dost thou desirest to eat?
Truly a peck of provender.
I have a venturous fairy who will seek the squirrel's hoard and find you out new nuts.
I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas, but I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep coming on.
Will sleep thou thus, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, away, and be always away.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. When I had at my leisure taunted her, and she in mild terms had begged my patience, I then did ask of her the Indian boy, which she gave me straight, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. Now I have the child. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And good Puck, take this head from off the Athenian swain, that waking when these others do, he may all to Athens back again return, and think no more upon this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexations of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be. See as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud over Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now my Titania awake, my sweet queen.
Oh, my Oberon. Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
things to pass.
Silence a while. Good Robin, take off this head. Titania, music call as strikes more dead than combined sleep of all these five descents.
Music such as charmeth sleep.
Sound music. Come, my queen, and follow me. Let's rock the ground whereon these sleepers be, for thou and I art new in amity, and will tomorrow night most triumphantly dance in Duke Theseus's halls, all solemnly. And bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall these pairs of faithful lovers be wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter asleep. And this, Lysander. This is Demetrius. This Helena. Oh, Nadar's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
They rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here and grace our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go. Bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? That hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lady, I shall reply amazedly. Half sleep, but half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, therefore I would speak, and I do bethink me so, it is I came here with Hermia. Hither, and our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we could wed without the peril of Athenian law.
Enough! Enough, my lord! You have enough! I beg! The law! The law upon his head!
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood. And I, in fury hither, followed them. Fair Helena in fancy followed me. But my good lord, I would not by what power, but by some power it is my love to Hermia, melted as the snow seems to me now, as the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health, come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, we will overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something born. Our purpose hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Theseus.
I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of a man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass, if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It go not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have no man in all of Athens who is able to discharge Pyramus but he.
He has simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. He is the very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, thing of not.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If we had gone on with our sport, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom, thus hath he lost 6 a day during his life.
He could not have staked 6 a day.
And the Duke had not given him 6 a day for playing Pyramus. I'm be hanged.
He would have deserved it. 6 a day in Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom! Oh, most courageous day, oh, most happy hour!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything right as it fell out!
Let us hear it, Bottom!
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together. Good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part. For the short and long is, our play is preferred. No more words? Away! Go away! Ha ha!
What masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease this anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus!
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask, what music? How else shall we beguile the lazy time if not with some delight?
There is a brief, how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first. The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. The thrice 3 muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe.
How shall we find this concord of Pyramus and Thisbe?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there's not 1 word apt, 1 player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess made mine eyes water, but more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we shall hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intent, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play. Go, bring them in.
Peter Quince, the Duke will see your play. Do you have the tape?
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Is this a VHS?
Hey, VHS is an underrated medium, okay?
Eggs, milk. If we offend, it is with our goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you, our true content is. All for your delight, we are not here. That you should here repent you. The actors are at hand. By their show, you shall know all that you are like to know. Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus.
Peter Quince, you used my old headshot.
Shh! Is certain.
I emailed you the new one yesterday.
With lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall, which did these lovers sunder, and through walls chink.
You're telling the whole story.
It's a prologue, man. We have to set the stage.
The which, let no man wonder, this man with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. This grisly beast, which
well, I see Snug got a new photo. Very clear who your favorite is. Nick Bottom? I have had it up to here with you. Please be quiet.
Her mantle, she did affright, and as she fled her, son of a lion vile with bloody mouth did stain, bloody blameful.
Good lord, just turn it off, man! What are you doing? What are you doing? Now look what you've done!
Make it stop!
Tarrying in mulberry shade. His dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain a large discourse, while here they do remain.
Same interlude, it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did often whisper very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and these stones doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Oh, grim look night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night, whichever art when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot, and thou, O wall, O sweet wall, O lovely wall, that standst betwixt her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I sin no bliss! Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me!
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice! Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe?
My love thou art, my love I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole and not your lips at all.
Oh, wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and having done, and being done, thus, wall, away doth go! Ugh.
Oh, you, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouth that creeps on the floor, may now, perchance, both quake and tremble here, when lion, rough in wildest rage, doth roar. Then know that I, one Snug, the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam for, if I should as lion come in strife into this place, were pity on my life.
All I have to say is that to tell you that I am the man in the moon, and this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
This is old Ninny's tomb, but where is my love? This is old Ninny's tomb, but where is my love? Where is my...
Ah, sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? Oh, how can it be? Dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell, oh fate, come, come, cut thread and drum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell. Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath here devoured my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked on with cheer. Come, tears confound, out, sword and wound, that pap of Pyramus, aye, that left pap where heart doth hop, thus die I, thus. Now I am dead, now I am fled, my soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now, die! 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 Die!
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak, quite dumb. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes, these thy lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks. Oh, God! Lovers make moan. His eyes were as green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come, come to me, with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have sure with shears this thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade my breast and brew. And so farewell, friends. Thus this be ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
No! Assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue? Or to hear a bergamask dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, in nightly revels and new jollity.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is meant, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a tree. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have made unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.